Hey all, welcome to ShareTrack. This is Raj here, and today I'm going to do a segment which I haven't done in a long time. That is to take a look at the technicals of all our watchlist stocks. I'm going to talk about our existing watchlist as well as 3 shares in the new watchlist that we have created for extra coverage. So with that said, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. So here we are with the chart of QQQ, and each of these candles is a one-day candle. And if I was to zoom out, we can see that we are in some kind of a bullish trajectory, but we are still in a context where the highs are forming a bearish trajectory. So we need to see if we are able to go beyond this. And if I look at the momentum, it seems promising, and MACD is also bullish. So I'm expecting that there is going to be a positive impetus at this point of time. And another aspect that makes me feel that we will be positive for a little while is also because there is this growing realization that the employment data is pointing towards a little bit of weakness, and people are anticipating that the Fed is going to be benign and probably the interest rate hikes are over. And even though there may not be an interest rate cut anytime soon, but the fact that there won't be any further hikes imminently is giving a little bit of bullishness to the market. And that's the reason why I think that we are going to be able to break this context out here of this diagonal red line. Probably tomorrow by evening, we might adjust the line to come somewhere out here. And that could be the scenario. For right now, I'm just taking it away. But it looks bullish at this point of time. So I'm happy with that. And having said that, let us go to the market movers that we have here. And if you look at Apple, Apple has also been moving upwards. Of course, it was on a straight upward trajectory. Then it had a gap down, and it has managed to fill the gap down almost. It has to fill up a little bit more, and that can happen tomorrow. So once that is done, then we'll have to see which way Apple is going to move. But if I was to look at the momentum, it's pretty strong, and also the MACD is bullish. So I'm thinking that we are going to get back into this bullish channel as far as Apple is concerned. And then if we look at IBM, IBM has also been on a bullish track, and it continues to march forward with momentum because AI and cloud, both of those aspects apply to IBM. So it's a good stock, but the RSI is a bit overbought at this point of time, almost overbought. So tomorrow I might see some sideways movement, or probably it may move a little higher, but essentially it has to take a breather before it can have any meaningful upward trend. That's what I would say. The MACD is also bullish. That's a good sign. So there'll be a little bit more upside before we consolidate and then let the RSI cool down and then move up again. So that's what I expect for IBM. And if we were to look at Microsoft, Microsoft has been struggling a little bit, but it has stayed above the line of support at 321.40, and I think it will stay above. The momentum is also decent. It's above average. MACD is also bullish. So another positive day in store for Microsoft. And if you notice the last 2 days, the Microsoft has opened higher, but then it has come down. So there has been a lot of bearish action, which has not been able to bring down the stock price. So we'll have to see whether the bears succeed tomorrow. But I'm thinking that things are going to look good for Microsoft. Because again, it's got the cloud play there, it's got ChatGPT, AI. So what's there not to like about? And then if you look at Meta, Meta is consolidating at this point of time. Momentum is average, and MACD is just about bullish. So can't say much about Meta at this point of time. If you look at Amazon, Amazon has managed to stay above the support of 138.05. And again, it opened higher and then came down. So what is happening for most of these market moving stocks is that they're opening much higher, and then during the day they are falling down and getting a support and essentially closing just below or above where they closed the previous day. So I think the best gambit would be to do a covered call at the start of the day, or buy at the start of the day with the idea of selling at the end of the day. These are all just some thoughts of mine. They are not financial advice, so please do your own due diligence. And at least that's what happened in the last 2 days, so maybe that's what happens tomorrow. So I'm just thinking out wild out here as a trade idea, but you have to do your own diligence. And then let us go on to look at our genomics. So I have sorted this out for the best on the top. Fate Therapeutics is on the top, and I did not see any news out here which would move Fate Therapeutics. So I don't know what is given it the huge 11.95% jump. There is no positive catalyst news anywhere that I can see. So this is, I don't know what explains this huge jump, but it is there. Invitae was up 4.52%. Again, I don't see any major news other than appointing a chief commercial officer. That should not make much of a move out there, but it does. Verve was up 4.51%, and I don't think there is any news out here for Verve that could be a catalyst, because there has been a price target revision from 56 to 55 by Guggenheim. So that's not a positive catalyst. And let us go to Allogene, which was up 4.11%. And again, they have appointed a general counsel. That's all. There is no new news out here. Bluebird Bio has gained around 3.45%. I don't think there is any news on Bluebird Bio either, apart from the old news of not having an AdCom. And IMTX was up 3.38%. I can take it anytime. There is no news for IMTX. Illumina is up 1.96%. I think the sentiments are being positive again for Illumina. And as I mentioned, friends, just like for the rest of the market movers, in the last 2 days, Illumina has opened high and then it has come down. So there are bears which are pushing it down. Maybe there's some profit taking or whatever it may be. But the common trend in the last 2 days for many of these stocks is that it opens high and then drops down. So it remains to be seen if that's what is going to happen tomorrow also. Then we have Editas, and Editas also was positive yesterday, gaining 1.91%, and there is no new news out here. And Checkpoint was up 1.49, Sarepta was up 1.24, Beam was up 1.21%. I don't think there is any news on Beam. PACB was up 1.15%. ARCG was up 1.12%. CRISPR Therapeutics was up 1.04%. Intelia up 0.50%. Gilead up 0.22%. And Caribou was down 0.17%. Caribou has shown a lot of weakness of late, and it has fallen below its support of 6.27. So I'm going to mark this support as a resistance. Bionanogenomics is down 0.26%. After gaining yesterday, it has given a part of the gains, a little bit silver of the gains. And then if you look at Schrodinger, it was down 0.49%. It is still in the bullish channel, so it's okay. Prime was down minus 3.47%. It's a big drop. Momentum has fallen below average. And DNA was down minus 3.85%. It has still got support out here at 2.12, and it has also got support at 2.07. So I'm going to mark a support out there, and it also has a support at 1.82. So all those supports are still in place, but there is a gap up out here. So I'm afraid that DNA might come down to fill the gap up and then bounce off from 1.81. So that's my opinion out there. And then I'm going to go into the new high velocity that we picked up. We look at Amazon. Amazon has got a huge gap up. It came down and it filled up most of it. So now it's on an upward trajectory. Momentum is also pretty good. MACD has crossed over the signal line and it's become bullish. So I'm expecting positives for Amazon. And again, like the other stocks, yesterday it opened up higher and then it came down. So that's why we have a red candle, but still it's closed above yesterday's close. So we had 0.09% gain. So let us hope that if the same pattern happens today, we are ready for it. Then NVIDIA was down minus 1.74 after having a meteoric raise. I'm always afraid that this gap up has to be filled up. And it has to happen sooner rather than later. Momentum is dropping. MACD also is tending towards the signal line. That's not a great sign. And I expect a little bit of profit taking happening at this point of time, given that there has been such a meteoric rapid rise, and the P by E for Nvidia is also looking crazy, scary. So regardless of all the positive sentiments, many investors will develop a cold feet and they'll decide, let's book the profit while it's there. So I'm expecting to see a little bit of red on Nvidia this week. And if you look at Pfizer, I already done a Pfizer technical analysis for you guys, so I don't want to repeat more time on here. But that brings me to an end of this quick round of technical analysis on our watch list. I hadn't done it in a long time, so I thought let us take this opportunity to finish it off, because there is not much news coming on the genomic watch list that we have, and it's a scramble to find good content to put across to you guys. And since I didn't have any good content, I thought that let us go through this technical analysis. There may be some value here or there. It's a very high level analysis because we want to cover the entire watch list. So that's all from me for now, and I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.